Hello and welcome to Insurance with Darren Jenkins. Just doing a quick little video. This past week we did a lot of quotes and talked to folks about their insurance and their liability needs. We did come across several that had state minimum liabilities or others that just had lower liability coverages. So I want to do a quick little video just to show you what exactly these coverages mean. Most people don't understand the numbers that they have when they're actually looking at their auto insurance. But in the state of Texas, we have minimum liability limits of 30, 60, and 25. These are all done in the thousands. So it's $30,000 per person if you're to be involved in an auto accident. So let's say you actually hit somebody and your insurance is going to start up at that moment. And that's when they're going to start paying for medical bills, property damage, things of that nature. So this is where these numbers come into play. $30,000 is per person. So each individual in that auto accident that you were to hit is going to be up to $30,000 is what your insurance company will be providing them in medical bills. Up to $60,000, which is the limits of the incident. So per incident has a covering of $60,000. Each person underneath there can have a max of $30,000. Seems like enough. A lot of people think that it is. I personally do not, and I'm going to explain why. And then 25 is a number of $25,000 worth of coverage for third-party property damage, such as the car that was hit, fences, light poles, house, whatever it may be that you actually collided with. So in this scenario, we're going to do a quick breakdown. This is assuming a family of 5 in a called a Chevy Tahoe is driving, and you're texting, playing the radio, whatever it is you're doing that's just keeping you distracted. You end up hitting the Chevy Tahoe. Let's say the mom is driving and kid 1 is sitting behind her on the driver's side. So they're hurt the worst, the other 3 are not hurt too bad. So let's say an ambulance ride. So in the state of Texas, the average ambulance ride is around $2,000. That's for your traditional, hey, I've fallen, I need some help, whatever the victim is. For the most part, it's gonna be $2,000 on average. So dad, kid 2, kid 3, all need ambulance rides. So $2,000 what you're looking at. Now for mom and kid 1 who are hit on the driver's side, they're a little more traumatic. They're a little more life-saving techniques are gonna be needed. So now you have a trauma ambulance ride. Trauma ambulance rides are much more expensive. You're looking on average about $20,000 per ambulance ride, so they're both gonna take $20,000. Now let's say we get to the hospital, emergency room visits. Like I said, the other 3 are not too bad. $10,000 is about what the average emergency room visit is. After a car accident, I think it's actually closer to about $15,000. We're going to do $10,000 just for easy math. Let's say the 2 trauma victims are looking at about $40,000 in emergency room bills. That's what it's going to cost them to come in there. If they had to have a surgery, if they had to have any kind of trauma support, you're going to be looking around $40,000, probably at the minimum. It definitely can go up. We're going to use $40,000 as the number. Now let's say an emergency room visit's done, ongoing medical bills. The other 3, they're gonna be zeros. They didn't have anything. They were released the same day at the emergency room. But the other 2, let's say there's any kind of physical therapy, any kind of operations, had fixed scars, have to have a plastic surgeon or something come in there, you're gonna have a little more cost. So we're gonna call another $40,000 for mom and kid 1. So now they're kind of getting up there in price. So total, mom, kid 1, we're gonna call it about $100,000 is what this accident has cost them. And then you're looking at $12,000 per the other family members just because of the ambulance ride and minimum in the emergency room. So now your insurance is going to kick in, and it's going to start paying the $30,000, $60,000, and $25,000 that it owes. So mom has $100,000 in medical bills. Insurance company is going to take off $30,000 out of it and cover that for you. So it's going to leave you with $70,000 that you're going to owe mom. Now, dad only had $12,000, so the insurance company can go ahead and pay that $12,000 because it's still below the $30,000 per person, which mom got is the most. So that $12,000 is paid. Now let's go to kid 2, $100,000 in medical bills, ambulance rides. The insurance company is going to kick in $18,000 to that. Like, wait, why is it not the $30,000 like mom got? Because it's per person. Well, 30 and 12 is $42,000. $60,000 is the most that you're going to pay per incident. So they've capped out at $60,000. They've written their check and they're done. So $18,000 is the most they're going to pay. You now owe $82,000 to this family. Kid 2, Kid 3, zero paid out by the insurance company. So that $12,000 bill is going to come to you because you are the person that hit them. And what about the Chevy Tahoe? Base price Chevy Tahoe probably starts out $56,000 for a Chevy Tahoe. You have $25,000 in third-party property damage. So you're going to be paying the difference of the $31,000 going back to this family. So your total out of pocket just for the medical bill is $176,000. Let's go ahead and throw another $31,000 on there because you got to buy them a new Chevy Tahoe. Now let's flash forward and you talk to me in my office and we advise you properly on how to insure yourself. And we gave you our office state minimums. Our office minimums are $100,000, $300,000, and $100,000. So that's $100,000 per person, bodily injury, $300,000 per incident, and $100,000 for property damage. That's what we've chosen in my office to go with because that is the minimum that we will write. So yes, we can offer lower coverages, but we don't. If you want lower coverages and you ask us for it, then we'll go ahead and send you on down the road to a lesser insurance company that is willing to do it just to get a unit in. We're here to protect you and make sure you're safe and not financially ruined. So same scenario, you can go back and look, the other screen is exactly the same, the math's gonna work out the same. So same $2,000 ambulance rides, same trauma, $20,000, yada, yada, yada. So we come back down here and we still have the 112, 112, 112. 112, 112, 12. So, but now your insurance company, because you went to Insurance Modern Farmers Insurance, we're going to be paying out $100,000 per person. So mom's is paid out, so you owe zero. Dad's $12,000 paid out, so you owe zero. Kid 1, who had the same $100,000 in bills, insurance pays $100,000, max of the liability limit. You pay zero. Kid 2, $12,000. Kid 3, $12,000. 0 and 0. So just by moving your insurance liability limits up to this point, you just saved yourself over $200,000 in this worst case scenario, or, not worst case scenario, but a true to life scenario that could possibly happen to you. And by paying that extra $100 a year, maybe, you just covered the expenses on here just because you increased your liability limits. So if you have any questions on this, drop them down in the messages, send me a direct message, call us 817-445-0120, and we can talk to you about your about your auto insurance. We talked about life insurance as well, but we're here to help you. We're here to make sure that you are covered for what you actually properly need as far as insurance goes. I'm Duran Jenkins, Insurance with Duran, Farmers Insurance. Give us a call, find us online, and you follow us on social media at Insurance with Duran as well. Thank you very much. Hope you have a great day.